Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. Today I want to talk about a new Icon socket set that just came out, I think within the last week or so. And it's basically their version of the 10 millimeter set here. This is the Pittsburgh one that you can pick up. This thing used to be about $9.99. Last I checked, it was about $13.99. Still a good deal. It comes with, 10 millimeters in, quarter inch, 3/8 and half inch. And then on the quarter and 3/8, you get, a nice swivel and an impact as well. So if you've, lost any of these, it's a great set to have. And even if you haven't lost them, it's great, if you work on a lot of 10 millimeter bolts, which, I know I do. For me, it's usually 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and then, 12 and 13 are kind of my most common bolts that I work on. So this thing has always been, a great little set to have. Plus, I like the fact that it comes with this little tray. Obviously, you can buy, one of those socket rails for about $1 or so from, Harbor Freight if you wanted to. But again, it's nice that's just included. Even at the $13.99, I think it's still a decent deal, especially if you can get it on a coupon. Speaking of coupons, this weekend, if you're watching this when it kind of first goes up, it is September 19th, 2025. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, they're doing 30% off of one item that's $10 or less. This happens to be $9.99, so I was able to pick this thing up for $6.99, which I think is a pretty good deal. Granted, it only comes with 4 sockets versus, a bunch of sockets here. But for me, these are going to be kind of the most used ones. You got the shallow and deep in both a quarter inch and 3/8 10 millimeter. And basically, this is kind of what it looks like. Here's the Icon part number, and then here is the Harbor Freight part number 72753. One kind of bummer about this guy is that it does not come with any kind of holder. But for me, basically what I did, and sometimes I'll do this when I get packages like this, I just cut this thing out right here, so I can kind of use this as like a little package just to put it in my toolbox so they don't get lost. Got to clean it up here a little bit, but again, this is going to be a very, very quick video because, it's 4 10 millimeter sockets. There's not much to say. You guys know, 10 millimeters, go missing all the time. And it's just also nice just to have extras because sometimes I will kind of preload a ratchet that just has a 10 millimeter on there. That way I'm not constantly, changing things around. I know one of my Craftsman ratchets always has a 10 millimeter on it, just in case. I had bought an extra 10 millimeter just for that specific use case. So yeah, so if you guys are watching this, especially if it's this weekend, the 19th through the 21st, I would go down, see if they have this in stock. It showed that I had it in stock when I went online, but when I went in the store, it wasn't in the Icon area. I grabbed one of the employees, and they were, gracious enough to go look in the back, and they were able to find it for me. And it sounded like they had, quite a few back there. So, if you guys go in and you don't see it, just ask, one of the employees there, and hopefully they'll be able to find it for you. I'm still looking forward to getting a couple of their new other Icon tools that I haven't been able to find locally, like the magnetic mat and the new gloves that I just saw over on Last Best Tool with Doc. So hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on those here in the next few weeks. But again, just a very simple 10 millimeter extra socket set to have if you guys work on a lot of metric things. So, tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys like buying these sets that have just extras just in case you lose them? That way you kind of have that peace of mind. Or, would you just buy it just kind of individually as needed? Please leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.